Okay. What time is it? It is 9:30, so we can officially get started here. It looks like there's a lot of people here. Hopefully the weather is good wherever you are. It's a little bit overcast where I am today, but it's a beautiful day regardless because I'm here with all of you. Thank you, Stephen. Okay, so I had asked for questions ahead of time just to kind of get things rolling, and so we'll start with that. So I'm going to start with a question from Kimberly G, and I like this question. She asked, if I could transport my rig to a foreign country for adventure, which one would you pick and why? I was thinking that I would probably pick Spain or Italy. Actually, I could travel from one to the other on land in my rig, which would be cool. They both have awesome mountain ranges. They both also have the sea, and both beautiful countries. And I know that the food would be awesome at both places. For me, it's important wherever I travel that I'm going to enjoy good food. And I know that I love both, Spanish food and also Italian food. I love Italian food. You just bought a house in Spain, Claire? That's awesome. My cousin is a documentary filmmaker and she has lived in Spain also. She has done the Camino de Santiago, and she's making a documentary film about that, which I can't wait to see. It's been a long time in the making. Hope to see it one day soon. So she may live there. I may have a place to actually stay, which will be awesome. Hello, Calgary, Canada. I love Canada. I wish that I could have made it back there this year. I was there for a very short time in 2019, my first year on the road, just a few days up in Banff, and it was just a short taste of what it's like, and I can't wait to go back and experience more of it. Okay, somebody asked about my camera lenses. For video, I just have been using my kit lens that comes with the A6400. It is I think 16 to 135 millimeter. Hey, Randy. How you doing? Glad you made it. Thank you, Sunny. I appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you for the people that have donated to Super Chat. 290 people watching. Awesome. Let's see. Lots of Canadians in Quartzsite right now. That's funny. Yeah, the snowbirds. It's so cold up there in the winter. Definitely wouldn't want to travel up there in the winter. I'll wait for summer, maybe next summer. And I'd love to potentially get up to Alaska. So maybe traveling through Canada, I can get to Alaska. Good morning, everyone. Hopefully lots more people are joining today. Hello from Phoenix. I may be visiting Arizona soon. We'll see. Yes, hit the like button, everyone. I'd love that. Good morning. Thank you for joining me. I know it's Sunday morning. I know that it's a busy time during the holiday season. I appreciate you taking the time out today to join me. It's awesome. As always, I appreciate your support. Thank you so much, Rick. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Rick S. I appreciate it. Love some more coastal trips. Yeah, I wondered how you guys felt about the last video, because I traveled along the California coast, and as I mentioned in the video, I don't put a lot of ocean related content on the channel just because it seems like most of my viewers are more mountain people, but it seemed like a lot of you liked it. I don't know if more of you would like to see more coastal content. Somebody said they love the coastal vids. Awesome. Thank you so much. North Carolina. I have lots of relatives in North Carolina. Thank you so much, Jim Harmon. I appreciate it. Okay. You like the mountains better than the coast. My videos are calming. Okay. So let me get into another question. Mark Pirtle, he said he wanted to see my editing workflow and processes. I'm going to save that for my announcement, my new series announcement, because that will potentially be one of the topics that I cover. So I'll talk about that in a little bit. But thank you so much, Mark. I'm glad you're interested in that. I think a lot of people are interested in the editing process, how I film, and how long it takes, and the whole process of it. Washington next year. Yes, I'd love to get up to, that is Camo's Adventures. I'd love to get up to Washington. I love Washington. Hi, Angela. Bennett, good to see you. Yeah, I definitely love to get back up to Washington. I love Washington State. Have I ever had a close encounter with a bear? No, I have seen bears on the trail, a black bear. I have backpacked in grizzly country. I've backpacked. Thank you, Hardy. Thank you so much. I've backpacked in Yellowstone National Park and also in the Wind River Range. I've done hikes in grizzly country. Never had any close encounters. I've seen lots of bear sign, grizzly sign when I was backpacking in Yellowstone. But as far as coming across bears on the trail, I've seen them from a safe distance. Probably the closest I got to one was in the North Cascades, and one had actually come through the camp that I arrived at prior to my arrival the night before. Thank you so much, Highway 88 hiking. I appreciate it. But nothing dangerous, thankfully. How do I find such beautiful music every week? From Randy. I use a site called epidemicsound.com, and that is a copyright-free site. So it's a subscription site. I pay about $16 per month. Anyhow, yes, I'm allowed to use that music. It's copyright-free. I spend a lot of time sifting through music. That's probably one of the things that takes me the longest in my editing process, because I'm very particular about the music that I choose. So I sift through hours and hours of songs to try to find the right pieces for the right music. Thank you so much, David Brown. I'm glad you guys like the music. Yeah, so music is a very huge part of my life. I'm a music fan, a music lover, and so it's really important to me to have good music that I think it helps tell the story as well. So I hope that answers that question. Let's see, I have another one here. What do I do for health care coverage and dental? That's a good question. I actually do have health insurance. I qualified for the Affordable Care Act, and it allowed me to choose, have a different choice of plans that I'd like. So I chose a plan, and I do have health insurance, and luckily I did need it earlier this year, because I had a fall accident. I don't know if you all remember that, and I wound up going to the emergency room. So yes, I do have health coverage. I don't currently have dental coverage. I had a tooth crack in Colorado, so I did have to pay for that out of pocket, which I don't think that most of the dental plans are very good anyhow. I think you end up still having to pay a lot out of pocket, but for the health, it's awesome that I do have health insurance. And it is available to nomads. These live streams make me very nervous. So that's why I don't do that many. And I'm very nervous right now, so I hope you guys can bear with me a little bit if I have some little dead spaces here. Do I have a specific workout routine? That is a good question. I don't have a specific routine. Thank you so much, Raymond. I do a lot of hiking, and that's how I try to stay in shape a lot. It's one thing that I do find difficult being on the road full time is getting into a routine, and I unfortunately can't always have a normal workout routine. So that is one problem that I have on the road, is just trying to find a workout routine and a schedule. Randy says, I think I need a dog. So that comes up a lot. People ask me why I don't have a dog. They say I should have a dog. I love dogs. I absolutely love dogs. You can ask all my friends and family. I love it when friends join me on the road and they have dogs, and I get to visit with them, and it's awesome. However, a lot of the trails that I hike do not allow dogs. So that would definitely mean an adjustment of my lifestyle. I would have to forego a lot of national parks, because a lot of national parks don't have dogs. And I think it's just not fair to the dog at this point. Also, it is a big expense. It's almost like having a child. There are vet bills and things like that, and it's just not something that is financially feasible for me right now. Maybe at some point when I'm doing less hiking or visiting national parks less often, I will get a dog. And yeah, Lorianne said that Sierra loves me. She has a healer, and her healer, I guess, is either, you know, it's a love-hate relationship. She either loves you or hates you. And I'm glad that she loved me. And when she just joined me on the road this last time, I got to spend a lot of time hanging out with Sierra, and I absolutely love that. She's just a nice, cuddly, friendly dog. Thank you, John Doe. I appreciate it. Let's see here. Do you have a Wi-Fi hotspot? If not, how do you upload your videos? I don't have a Wi-Fi hotspot. I use my phone as a hotspot, and I have a unlimited data plan. So as long as I have good cell coverage, I can use my phone to upload videos, and I use it about 98% of the time to upload my videos. It's worked out for me so far. I'd like to get maybe a signal booster so that when I'm in areas that I don't have strong signal, I can at least boost the signal and have better signal. No, I don't use a cell booth, but I should. Willard was asking if I still run into Joey. I'm getting a lot of questions about Joey Coconato. Joey's a friend of mine, and he also has a YouTube channel called My Own Frontier. Just to let you all know, Joey's fine. He's, I believe, at home. He hasn't uploaded videos in quite some time. I think he's having some equipment issues and hard drive issues, but he's alive and well. And I think he is hoping to do some podcasts soon. So check his channel, check his community tab. He made an update on there pretty recently. So yeah, I think he's home for the holidays though, and he's doing fine. Do I ever get scared on the road? And if I break down where I don't have signal? Yeah, I haven't really had an instance where I've gotten scared. I have been to places where maybe have a weird vibe and I just wind up moving spots if that's the case. And she also asked if I don't have a signal, what do I do? I carry a InReach Mini, which is I have right here actually. And this is a satellite location device, and it also allows me to do two-way messaging, and I carry that with me all the time, whether I'm on a backpacking trip or just on the road in general. That way, thank you, Shari. That way, if I break down for some reason, thank you so much, Ron. I appreciate it. I can always use this to either signal for an SOS, or I can contact family and give them my GPS coordinates so that they can maybe send a tow truck out to me. But yes, I would not recommend traveling or living this lifestyle without some kind of GPS location beacon. And yeah, I value that with my life. I don't hike without it. And that is something I would recommend to anybody. Oh, I think somebody didn't hear the name of this. This is an InReach Mini. And yeah, I highly recommend it. Thank you all so much for joining me. The comments are going by really fast, so I'm sorry if I'm missing some of them. Let's see here. Okay, John Pinkney is asking, have I ever tried taking in a meteor shower, and how about making a video of one? I have seen some of the Perseid meteor showers. I've been in some of the dark sky locations and been able to witness them with my naked eye. I haven't tried videoing. I haven't done a whole lot of night video photography. I don't quite know what type of settings I should have my camera set up for video. I was just getting into more astrophotography before I hit the road full time, but I haven't really jumped back into that yet. Margin, thank you. Piece of gear have I enjoyed? Okay, I'll get back to that. But yeah, I'd like to get more into night videography and night photography, if possible. So it's, and being in a lot of the locations I'm in, I do get to see the nighttime sky and just billions of stars up there. It's awesome when I'm out backpacking and I'm out in the middle of the backcountry and I step out of my tent in the middle of the night to use the ladies' room and I look up and just see all these billions of stars. I feel very fortunate and lucky that I get to have those experiences. I don't often think of picking up the camera when I'm seeing that, but I'll try to do that in the future, so maybe I can share that with you all as well. Backcountry Exposure wanted to know what my favorite piece of gear was this year. I think it's probably my new tent, which is the Nemo Hornet Elite. It's a very lightweight two-person tent, and I had been using the same tent for the first 4 years of my backpacking, and it's the first time I have upgraded my tent, and that's probably my favorite piece. And also, he recommended to me a 0 degree bag, and it is a Sierra Designs Nitro, I think 800 0 degree bag, and that has kept me super warm on cold nights, and I love that too. Thank you, Chapter Next. I appreciate it. I want you to know. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, thank you, James. I got your poem finally. I really appreciate it. It was awesome. Have I ever seen a UFO? I have not. I don't think that we are probably the only living beings on a planet, but I've not come across any UFOs yet. I'll say yet. Okay, let's see if I have some other questions here. What do I do on the downtime months? I don't have a lot of downtime months. As you all know, I live in my rig and travel full time. I try to video for my channel and upload content weekly, so I don't have a lot of downtime. This channel keeps me very busy. I don't have any editors that help me work on it. It's just a one-woman show, and I do try to do my best to answer comments and to engage with all my subscribers, as well as uploading quality content. I take a lot of time shooting and editing, so I don't really have a lot of downtime. You know, it's one thing that's been tough. Thank you so much, Hardy, is finding balance and making sure that I do allow myself some downtime. So I've been trying harder to do that. Thank you so much, Kevin. Merry Christmas to you as well. Okay. Keep the questions coming too. I'm hoping to see those. Grand Canyon in the snow, come by this coming weekend. Oh, I actually, when I backpacked the Grand Canyon the last time, it was very cold at the rim. There was snow at the rim on the way down and also on the way back, on the way up, just at the very top. Hi, Gigi. How can I get the GPS coordinates where I stay? You know what? Let me go ahead and at this time make the announcement for my new series. My new series is going to be called, we have 550 people here, so this is probably a good time. My new series is going to be called Cat Chat, and it will be a video in addition to my Sunday adventure videos. They will typically be short videos, maybe around 5 to 10 minutes long. They're going to be kind of down and dirty edits, and they are going to be covering topics that I don't generally cover in my adventure videos. So the first one is ready to go, and that will be uploaded sometime next week. I don't know exactly what date, but that is going to cover how I find my amazing campsites. I get that question a lot, so that one will be answered in the first episode of the series. They may not be uploaded on a weekly basis. They may just be coming randomly, but they will be, probably just bonus videos that will show up during the week occasionally. I'm going to try to do them weekly, but I can't make any promises, but they will come up occasionally and cover various topics. Topics like, am I lonely on the road? I get that question a lot, how I deal with loneliness. And if you have any suggestions for topics, I would encourage you to comment on that video and let me know. And I will also mention that in the video on any topic ideas that you guys might want to see. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that. I get asked to cover just a number of topics. One of the things that people want to see too are how I film and edit my videos. So mark, that will be one of the topics in the new series. And just, you know, probably more informational. And I think that it will also evolve into potentially chatting with other folks and maybe having discussions with other people, other channels. And you know, it'll be fun. I'm excited about it. As you probably know, I try to make my videos very artistic and creative, and sometimes just the informational part of it doesn't fit within the context of those videos. I think my videos are much less of a vloggy style and more of an artistic, creative outlet for me. So I think that this new series is going to be a great space for those kinds of things. I had a couple people ask me if I'm going to be hiking with my niece, and I don't have any plans to hike with her currently. She's if you want to check her channel, she's been working up at a ski resort in Utah, so we don't have any plans as of now. Do I have any plans for long distance hikes? You know, I've had people ask me if I would do the PCT or the AT or the CDT. And out of the three, I think the CDT is the most interesting to me. But I don't really see myself as a type of person that will take multiple months off to hike on just one trail. I like to move around a lot. There are so many amazing places to see and places to hike. So I don't know. I mean, I'll never say never. Michael Davis, thank you so much. But you just never know. I'll never say never. I never would have thought that I'd be living on the road full time. If you would have asked me that 5 years ago, I probably wouldn't have ever thought I'd be where I am right now. It's interesting though, because I on Facebook, you know how those memories pop up from years past. In 2013, I had a memory pop up, and it was basically saying how, in the comment, that you know, how material things are so much less important to me than experiences, how that I would like to find a way to travel and, you know, just collect experiences rather than material items. And that was way back in 2013, and it took until 2019 until I hit the road full time, but I finally did it. So yeah, it's been a journey, but it's been awesome. Have I ever had to deal with poison oak or poison ivy? One of the places that I backpacked is called Death Hollow, and Death Hollow is covered in poison ivy. It is on almost every stretch of that trail. That's a place in Utah. It's a canyon in Utah. It's very beautiful, and you really have to keep an eye out for it. You're really it's almost like you're just in this maze of poison ivy. It's so beautiful, and it's worth going even with the poison ivy. But yeah, luckily, so far, I've done that trail, I think 3 times, and I've never encountered any issues with the poison ivy. So I just keep my eye open for it and just try to, you know, wear long pants if I know I'm going to be around it, and just try to be safe. Let's see. Yes. Material things just aren't important to me. I gave away, by the way, when I hit the road full time, I didn't get a storage unit and just store a bunch of things away. I pretty much got rid of everything. Everything that I have is with me. I might have a couple little things stored, like my photos. Actually, I have photos and photo albums stored at my sister's place. So I did keep things like that. Have you hiked the Big Pine Lakes? Yes, I have. I've done that, and I have a video of that from my first year on the road in 2019. I'd like to get back up to that area. It's very beautiful. That is a very beautiful hike. So yeah, I just have a few things with family, and other than that, I do have a Patreon account. I link it in the description of all of my videos, so there is a link there. And I have several of my patrons joining me today. Keep living the dream. Thank you, Kurt. I plan to. Wow, this is fun. This is fun. It's nerve-wracking, but it's also very fun, and I'm glad that I'm hanging out with you all today. Are you guys all ready for the holidays? Can you believe that it's almost here? Christmas is almost here. Thank you so much. It's JoJo. Woohoo! Merry Christmas. Thank you. Yes. Loving the love. And give it a thumbs up. If you guys are enjoying being here today, please give it a thumbs up. This will also be available to watch afterwards. Happy holidays, everyone. Okay, deep breath. Trying to stay calm. All right, let me see if I have another question here. Somebody said I have a great meditative voice. I don't know how meditative it sounds today on this live stream. And if I've ever thought of doing trail walking meditation videos. No, I haven't thought of that. I thought about putting together maybe some of the, just more quiet scenes and kind of the ASMR scenes of my hiking videos, and just sort of making them kind of a montage video of that, like maybe an hour long or so. Or hey Jeff, how you doing? Maybe a couple hours long, and just kind of a relaxing video, but I wouldn't be talking in that. So anyhow, yeah, so who knows, maybe that's something I'll do down the road. Getting distracted. There are definitely some trolls making their way in here, and I gotta sometimes not look at the comments that are going by. Do I plan my trips far in advance, or just sort of winging it? My first year I tried, that was from Angela Bennett. Thank you, Angela. My first year on the road, I did try to map everything out and kind of plan everything out, but that didn't work out so well. I mean, so many things. Drink some water. Good reminder, Mark. I have my little holiday cup here. I put some holiday decorations out. Christmas decorations. Yeah, so my first year I did try to plan things out more, but I just know that it didn't work out most of the time. We had fires, and I wound up having to dodge fires here and there, and it's hard to plan things when I live my lifestyle, and it's hard to schedule things. So I've been trying these past 2 years to, hey Huck, how you doing? I've been trying to just kind of wing it. That's been my goal, is just winging it. Normally I don't know where I'm going until maybe 2 weeks, maybe 1 week, maybe even just a few days in advance. So that's been kind of how I've been rolling. It's been a lot less pressure on me to do it that way. A lot of times with folks trying to make plans, because I know a lot of people, have vacation time and they have to go when they have to go. And for me, it's more difficult to do that because I don't know where I'll be at any given time. So yeah, just winging it has been the goal as of late. Let's see. Let's get some more questions, and I'm sorry if I've missed some. Thanks, the decor is cute. Can I please do a walkthrough from my camper to my truck? I actually just did a camper tour. I think it was in December of 2019. So I have a video up on the channel that does a pretty extensive tour of the truck camper. James, thank you so much, James. Happy holidays. My truck's doing pretty good. Somebody asked about my truck, how my truck's doing. I wound up having to put in quite a bit of money into it last year, unfortunately. It's an old truck. It's a 2002, and it's got 251,000 miles on it now. So it does need maintenance from time to time, and last year it needed quite a bit of maintenance, more than I would have wanted, as to put into it, more money than I would have wanted to put into it, unfortunately. Knock on wood, things have been pretty good for the last couple of months or so. And I did get an oil change just yesterday, and even an oil change is expensive. It cost me $400. I wound up having I try to have the fuel filter changed every time that I have oil changed. I get oil changes regularly, try to do regular maintenance on it, and got a fuel filter change, air filter, had some lamps that needed to be replaced, and yeah, wound up being $400. Obviously, gas prices are very high right now, so I've been trying to be very intentional about how I'm moving around at the moment, just because, yeah, gas prices are pretty crazy. I still don't have a, solid plan as to how I'm spending the winter. Probably just going to be heading for some southwestern areas where it's warmer. Anyway, what is my email address? It is catphoto, C-A-T photo 120@gmail.com. Thank you so much, Hunter. Oh, Randy keeps asking about the new hat. My mom gave me this hat. I haven't worn it yet. Let's see. Let's try it out. What do you think? I'm kind of a hat person, as we all know. Anyway, there you go, Randy. Did you like it? Lost Creek Wilderness I loved Colorado. Somebody just mentioned Lost Creek Wilderness in Colorado. I spent over a month in Colorado this past summer, and it is absolutely beautiful. There are so many areas to explore in Colorado, and I love it there. If I had some favorite states to pick, I would pick definitely Wyoming, Colorado, Washington, and Montana. Those might be some of my favorite states in the western United States. Obviously, California has a Sierra, which will always be near and dear to my heart. It's the first place I ever backpacked, where I discovered the mountains, and yeah, Sierra is always going to be a special place for me. Ever been to Indiana Dunes National Park? No, I haven't. Haven't spent a whole lot of time in the Midwest or on the East Coast. Some of you might remember that I traveled from the Southwest to the Southeast earlier this year. It was over 2,000 miles each way. I don't think I'll be doing that this year, not with gas prices. And I just did take a trip to Virginia. That was with my mom. I didn't film anything. We flew. We went to visit my sister who just moved to Williamsburg, Virginia, and that was a lot of fun. It was fun just to kind of put the camera down and be a tourist and just go see the sights. I really loved it. It's beautiful back east. There are so many trees, or in the south, so many trees, and just green and lush and beautiful. It's hey Jack, hi. It's been so dry here in the west. It's we really need some rain and some snow and a really good, wet year with precipitation to try to fill up some of these lakes. I've definitely seen a lot of lakes that are very low and some waterfalls that are dry, and yeah, so love to see more precipitation in the west. Let's see. I could change my own oil. I don't know if I'd want to be honest. I'm just not somebody who really wants to wrench on my car. It seems so time consuming. You love my video with Spirit Forest. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed meeting her in Colorado this year. I followed her channel for quite some time. She's awesome. We just hit it off really well. We're talking about doing some adventures this summer. And actually, we're already making some plans, and she was great. It was kind of surreal to be at her tent there. Her property is just beautiful. I really love that. That was awesome. Manhattan, hello. I'm gonna drink some more water here. Don't change my own oil. Yeah, that's true. I'd have to find a place to dispose of it. I don't plan on it. Some places it's just worth it for me to Going to friends in Newport Beach during the holidays. Hey, thank you, Frank. If you're going to Newport, definitely go see Laguna Beach, Mark. It's beautiful. All the beaches up and down the coast are absolutely beautiful. If you guys can take a ferry out to Catalina Island, I'd recommend that as well. That'd be awesome. Oh, I've been to Valley of Fire. I've actually made a video. Somebody's mentioning Valley of Fire in Nevada. It's really beautiful. I've actually been there and have made a video. There's good camping, free camping, boondocking around there too. So that is a good suggestion. Somebody's asking what program I use to edit my videos. I use Final Cut Pro, and I edit on my MacBook Pro. I was using, oh gosh, what's the one that comes with the Mac? Can't even think of the name of it right now, but it's a good transition from that software to Final Cut Pro, so it was pretty easy to learn how to use. I don't do anything really fancy or complicated with my iMovie, that's it. Thank you. Yes, iMovie. So the transition from iMovie to Final Cut Pro was pretty easy. It's pretty user-friendly, and obviously a lot more options with Final Cut Pro. If Tammy has her camp out, you should go. Which one are you talking about? I'm not sure. Is that the White River rafting one? Thank you so much, Richard. Appreciate it. Everyone who's giving in the super chat, thank you so much. It's very helpful, especially with the $400 oil change I just had. Happy holidays. Oh, my necklace. Somebody's asking about my necklace. So this is a little mountain with a sun, and somebody's asking about that. I bought that for myself. I had a necklace that a subscriber had bought me that I wore for a long time before that, and it broke. It finally broke, so I wanted to find a necklace that was similar, so I treated myself, and I got on Amazon. I just looked for mountain theme jewelry and I came across this necklace and I bought it for myself, and I did put a link for it. I have Amazon affiliate links in the description of most of my videos, and there is a link for this exact necklace in the description if anybody's interested in purchasing one for someone they love or themselves. Merry Christmas, Emerald. That's a beautiful name. Merry Christmas. Are y'all ready for the holidays? Has everyone done their shopping? You bought an ambulance. Somebody said they bought an ambulance to live in. I met a lady on the road when I was in Sedona, and she was traveling full-time, living full-time in a converted ambulance. It was really cool. They're very roomy. So, yeah. How do I pass the time on the long drives? That's from Michael. Audiobooks or something else. I do listen to audiobooks, but mostly I listen to music. I pretty much always have music going in the car. Thank you so much, Amber. Amber Atkinson, I appreciate it. Keep on traveling and sharing for the rest of us. I hope to. My grandpa gave me the travel bug when I was little. My family, my immediate family, my parents and my siblings and I, we didn't do a lot of outdoors type things or camping. We, you know, the first time I ever went camping, I went camping with a neighbor. Thank you so much, Robert. Cooking with Cat would sell $1 million. Do you guys like seeing the cooking segments in my videos? Anyhow, thank you so much, Daniel. Yeah, the first time I went camping, I was about 9 years old, and I went camping with a neighbor. But my grandpa would take us on. Oh, Craig, thank you so much. Merry Christmas. You like the Christmas decor. Thank you. I went to Dollar Tree. I bought a bunch of stuff at Dollar Tree for $8. Anyhow, so yeah, my grandpa got me, took us on road trips when we were little kids and took us to the national parks, and he loved traveling, and that's what gave me the travel bug, and it always stayed with me, and I think he'd be really proud if he was alive and saw what I was doing now. Do I plan to upgrade to a 4-season camper? I would love to. Unfortunately, I just can't afford it at this point. Thank you, Christine. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'd love to eventually upgrade my entire rig. you know, but we'll, you know, I'm not there quite yet financially. So I bought this used. I got a great, thank you, James. Thank you so much, James. I got a great deal on both the camper and the truck, although I have had to, thank you so much, Chris. I appreciate it. Had to put a lot of money into it. I still think it's probably cheaper than having, you know, if I had bought both new and we're making payments on both a new camper and a new truck. So thank you, Don. I appreciate you coming by. Portugal. Yeah, Portugal would be great. One of my friends, I don't know if you guys remember my friend Dan Merkel. Oh my gosh, Dan, thank you so much. Merry Christmas. It was fun hanging out with you. I hung out with my friend Dan. He happened to be a subscriber, and he saw me at a camp in Colorado, and he wound up taking me on those Jeep trails. So he was Dan the Jeep man. That was fun. Anyhow, yeah, I'd love to go to Portugal. My friend Dan Merkel is, thank you so much, Suzette, is in Portugal right now. There's a place called Nazir where they have huge waves, over 100-foot waves. And he's there photographing surfers on these massive waves. He found an Airbnb. I guess that's pretty cheap. So if I did get dropped off, like Kimberly's question, if I got dropped my rig off somewhere in Europe, if I wound up in Spain, I would definitely travel to Portugal and travel to Italy, and oh man, that would be awesome. Ever consider doing commercial voiceover work? No, I haven't. It's not something I've considered. I don't find my voice personally all that pleasant, so I'm very glad that you do. A couple people shared with me, I mentioned that I didn't have an oven in my rig, and a couple of people shared with me that I could have an oven, and they mentioned that the Coleman makes an oven that you put on their Coleman 2-burner stove. I actually purchased one, so in some of my probably a future upcoming camping video, you're going to see me doing some baking in my oven. I'm excited to try it out. I haven't tried it out yet. Thank you so much, CC Custom. Appreciate it. Aw, thank you, Mark. I'm glad that you find my videos relaxing. I sometimes am concerned that they might border on sleepy to some people. Thank you so much, Will. It's interesting. One of the questions I got, somebody was essentially asking how I stay centered and focused on my vision for my videos. And, you know, and not trying to get too caught up in what other people are doing. And it's tough sometimes because, of course, you know, being that YouTube is my full-time job, it's my business now, I of course look at what other people are doing. And you know, it's tough when you start comparing yourself. That's not a good thing to do. So I just try to stay true to me and do work that I am proud of, and hope that there's going to be people out there that like it. And I think that luckily I have many people that like it. My channel is growing a little slower than maybe some other channels, but I'm staying true to my creative sense and myself. So that means a lot. I can, you know, go to bed at night knowing I'm staying true to myself. Oh yeah, somebody's talking about the video from Yellowstone with Coach and the gang. That was a fun video. That's still probably one of my favorite trips because it was my first time backpacking in grizzly country, and I can't explain to you what the feeling is like knowing that grizzlies are out there lurking. But I was with a great group, and it was just awesome. It was a lot of fun. Hey, Rich. How you doing? Merry Christmas. Huckleberry ice cream. Where'd that come from, Martina? Yes, I'm excited to use my new oven. I can't wait. We'll see how it all works out. I looked at some YouTube videos and some suggestions to help it work, you know, hopefully operate better. So we'll see how it all goes. But you guys will be along for the ride. Oh, you wish Lance Campers would sponsor me? Wouldn't that be wonderful? I would love that. Yes, smash the like button, you guys. Thank you, Rick. Thanks for the reminder. I don't know how many likes I have. 440. Thank you, everyone. Let's see if we can get that up there. Let's see if we can get that up to 550. Smash the like button. Woohoo! Oh, okay. Somebody recommended Huckleberry. I love Huckleberry. Where was I? Where just my cousin on Thanksgiving. I spent my Thanksgiving with my aunt and uncle, my cousin, my mom, my brother, down in San Diego, and my cousin had some huckleberry jarred in like preserves, and oh my gosh, it was so good. Oh, somebody's planning on backpacking Maroon Bells. Maroon Bells was absolutely beautiful. If you guys haven't made it to Maroon Bells in Colorado, it's near Aspen. I highly recommend it. So absolutely gorgeous. Do you have a solar setup on my roof? Yes, I do. I have solar. I have solar on my roof. I don't carry a generator so far. Solar has worked out for me great. Martina's asking about sheep. So I met my friend Martina in the Tetons. She happened to be there with her family, and she had huckleberry bison sausage. Oh my God. I didn't think that would be good, but we made some up and it was awesome. Oh gosh, I crave that now. I'll have to check out Dome Life's videos. I've seen some of their videos, and it says they use a Coleman stove, so or baking with a Coleman oven. I'll have to check that out. Huckleberry. There were a lot of huckleberries when I was in the Tetons. There were also thimbleberries. Has anybody tried thimbleberries? Do I have a dream hike? Ugh, gosh, that'd be so tough to choose. I would like to maybe do the section of the PCT that goes through the Sierra. My friend Diane Kahn did that, and I would love to maybe do that whole section of the PCT. I'd like to backpack more in Montana. Bison is better than cow. Elk is great sausage. Haven't tried elk either. Cheers, everybody. Oh, I have my coffee here too. Have not forgotten about my coffee. Hopefully you guys are having your coffee with me too. Alligator. Haven't tried alligator or wild boar. I haven't tried any game like that. Oh, Colorado Trail. Yeah, Colorado would be awesome. Definitely want to do some more hiking in Colorado. They have so many amazing mountain ranges there. They have the San Juans, they have the Rocky Mountains. I'm glad I got to spend some time in both. If you missed that backpacking trip, that video did not do well for some reason, but I did a backpacking trip in the Rocky Mountains with my friend Martina, and we went up to Crater Lake. It's also called Crater Lake, but it's in Colorado. It was absolutely beautiful. Colorado is amazing. Walker Pass to South Lake Tahoe. That sounds good. That sounds good. Sounds like a plan. I'm gonna have a sip of coffee here. You love that video. Thank you so much. Best wildlife encounter. I would say probably the closest wildlife encounter was when I was in the North Cascade, or actually I was not in the North Cascade, sorry. I was in Olympic National Park doing the Seven Lakes Basin loop. And I came across a mountain goat and her kids. It was awesome. She had these two little babies with her, and she was coming right down the trail. If you guys haven't seen that video, I would suggest that you watch it. It was awesome. We just stepped to the side off the trail. Thank you, Tony. Oh, thank you so much. Yes, I'm still using my Sony a6400 Netty. Anyhow, the mountain goat got so close. It was incredible. I got some amazing footage. Those things are just beasts. They're very, very muscular. I didn't know it at the time, but apparently they can be very dangerous as well, and we were pretty close. Unfortunately, they have removed them from the Olympic National Park area and relocated them. I guess they're not native, so they were in the process of removing them from the park at the time. And yeah, I don't think they're there anymore. But you can see them in places like Glacier National Park. They're still in some places in Utah and in Colorado. So yeah, that's probably the coolest. Lunch Lake. Yep, I think we camped at Lunch Lake. Pretty sure we camped at Lunch Lake. But yeah, I love mountain goats. I don't know why. I think they're really cool. They're kind of funny looking, but they're really cool. And then up in the North Cascades, as I mentioned before, there was a black bear pretty close to camp, so we got a pretty good view of he or she. It was pretty awesome. Zoomed in footage and micro details is great. Thank you so much. Glacier National Park is one of the best for wildlife. Yeah, for sure. Definitely. Definitely with the grizzly, they have a pretty big grizzly population. And yeah, my setup is cozy. You guys have any suggestions for where you'd like to see me go this winter? I'd love to hear them. Ray Lakes. I want to definitely do the Ray Lakes loop. I haven't done that one yet. That's definitely on my list. Hi, Grant. Good to see you, Grant. You always leave very nice comments. I appreciate it. Thank you again to my moderators. You guys are doing an awesome job. Love you. Thank you. Montana. Smokies. You know, I was supposed to do the Smokies when I did that trip. Thank you, Wandering Renegade. I appreciate it. I was supposed to do the Smokies when I did that trip to the East Coast. Unfortunately, they wound up having that weird polar vortex came through and all that crazy winter weather. I was stuck at a campground in Mississippi. I don't mean stuck. I mean, thankfully, I felt very safe and it was a good place to hunker down for a few days. But I wound up hanging out in Mississippi for a few days, and that kind of nixed my plans to go into the Smokies. I would love to get into the Smokies. My sister that lives in Florida now, she's been spending quite a bit of time in the Smokies, up in a cabin there, and she's been hiking up there. It looks absolutely beautiful. I'd love to visit during the fall. Lost Coast Trail in Northern California. Highway 88 is asking, have I ever considered the Lost Coast Trail? Thank you, VK. Appreciate it. Yes, I have. I would love to do the Lost Coast Trail. I was supposed to do, even in the Olympic National Park, there are backpacking areas along the coast. I was supposed to do an area there, but again, fires derailed my plans to do that. But I'd love to do some coastal hiking. I did the Trans-Catalina Trail along the coast last year in February, and that was one of my favorite backpacking trips. Absolutely loved it. Superstition Mountains in Arizona. Somebody's asking about that. Thank you, Richard, so much. Or just thank you, John Dunbar. I appreciate it. Now I lost my train of thought. I don't know what I was about to say. Sorry about that, guys. We're live. This is not Memorex. This is live. Which one do you not want to do alone? Superstitions. Oh yes, that's where we were. Thank you, Kim. Thank you so much. Yeah, I definitely want to do the Superstition Mountains, and that's a great one to do during the winter because it's in, if you don't know where the Superstition Mountains are, they're in Phoenix, Arizona. I camped, or just outside of Phoenix, Arizona. I camped at the Lost Dutchman campground last year, and oh my gosh, it was so beautiful, the buttes around there. So the Superstition Mountains are definitely one, it's a good option to do in the wintertime. Mount Rainier, I haven't spent any time up in Mount Rainier, Randy. I'd love to go up there. Summer, Washington. Aw, thank you so much, Alberta Rose. Wow, these are going by fast. I'm trying to catch up on some of these comments. Visit Maine. Michael is asking if I have any plans to visit Maine. I'd love to visit Maine. Maine looks absolutely beautiful. It's been a state that's intrigued me for a long time. I'm a big Stephen King fan, and a lot of his stories take place in Maine. And my sister Jill, her husband is retired chief warrant officer in the Navy, so they moved around quite a bit. And they lived in Maine for a while. I didn't get a chance to go visit her when she lived there, and it's something I always regret. So I'd love to get up to Maine one of these days. Thank you so much, Joyce. How am I doing out there, guys? I know I'm super nervous, so hopefully this is not too all over the place. Have I ever been to Mendocino Shasta Trinity National Forest? Justin's asking. I haven't, and I had planned to go there last year, but that's when all the fires were going crazy. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you. Thank you, Angela. I did plan, I would tried to go there last year, but the smoke was just too insane, and I wound up having to retreat to to Utah. I don't know where Ohio came from. But yeah, I'd love to visit the Shasta area. I'm kind of interested in checking out what that area looks like. Canadian Rockies. Yeah, I definitely want to get up to the Canadian Rockies. Should have been a college professor, John. Well, thank you. You're too kind. Have I ever been to Glacier Lake? Where is that? In Glacier National Park, or not sure where that is. Thank you guys for the positive reinforcement. That's why I don't do these very often. They make me just a little bit nervous. I see some people do them and they just seem so at ease in front of the camera live, but that's not me. Try to make any type of events while on the road. Do you mean like meetup events? I'm not sure. You enjoy the music? Thank you so much. Yeah, I use epidemicsound.com for my music. I just thought it was worth it to pay for a subscription site because it means a lot to me. I'm faking being relaxed. Well, thank you, Jeff. I'm not relaxed. But it's fun. Don't get me wrong. I really enjoy hanging out with you guys. It's fun to, it feels like you guys are sitting here in the camper with me and sitting across the dinette, and we're just all having a chat. Special events, festivals, concerts, any group thing. I'm talking about maybe collaborating on a group event with somebody, so we'll see if that all works out. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'd like to do that. It'd be fun. I think it'd be fun. Palo Duro Canyon in Texas. I've heard about that as well, and I had planned to do that again when I was passing through earlier this winter, but that polar vortex changed all the plans, and that's what I mean about it being difficult sometimes to make plans, because unfortunately weather and can make a big factor, and it could change anything. Oh, thank you, Dan. Nervous butterflies, adrenaline hitting your system. Yeah, it is. I'm like, bing! I feel like I'm on this like super coffee high right now. Somebody I think earlier had asked about my coffee. I love Starbucks Sumatra. That's my favorite. I like my coffee very strong and dark. I do use creamer in it. I don't drink it black, but I do like it strong. Which mattress do I have? I have a mattress that I bought. I can't think of the name of it. I'll try to put a link below after this video airs. I just bought it from Walmart. It's one of the ones that comes in a box and a roll, and you unroll it. Hi, Kenneth. How you doing? Merry Christmas. It's one of those ones that comes in a box. You unroll it. It's a hybrid spring with a memory foam top, and it's super comfortable, and it's not very heavy, so it's awesome. If I'll ever do any fishing. Hi, Mikey. A lot of people ask me about why I don't fish the lakes that I'm always near, and I'm just not an angler. I just really don't have a desire to fish. I don't really eat fish, so it would definitely be like a catch and release thing if I did. I don't really relish the thought of handling the fish. I think catching the fish would be fun. So if I had somebody that was with me that would want to pull it off of the line and off the hook and throw it back in. It might make it more fun, but I just don't have a huge desire to fish. Coming to Washington State to do a meetup. That'd be fun. I would love to do that. I know, a cat that doesn't eat fish. That's pretty funny, huh? Oh, love my content. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Randy. I appreciate you stopping by. Have a good day. All right. Let me see if I have another question here. Oh, Parker will fish. Okay. It's a deal, Lorianne. Tell him it's a deal. Oh, here's one from Marmalade Outdoors. This one was good. What is your favorite part of living on the road in your rig, and what's my least favorite thing? Well, my favorite part is definitely traveling and seeing this beautiful nation of ours, and hopefully more, that will include more countries, different countries in the future. That is definitely my favorite part, is just, you know, being able to get to all these amazing places and the experiences. Probably my least favorite part is just being away from family and friends. We have lots of littles in the family right now, and they change basically on a daily basis, and it's kind of tough being away from them. So that's probably the worst part. I'm very, very close with my family and my siblings, but now my siblings are kind of moving all over the place. I have a sister that lives in Virginia, I have a sister that lives in Florida, and a sister that lives in Utah. But the good news is I'm able to travel around and visit them in all these various places. I didn't say where I was today. I'm actually still near home. I came home for Thanksgiving, and hence the reason I didn't have an adventure video ready for you today, but it was a good excuse to do a live video. We have another family function coming up, but I am going to be escaping this coming week for an adventure, and after this family event this coming weekend, I'll be venturing off to do some more adventures before Christmas. I'll come back home for Christmas. You love my Christmas decorations? That's Dollar Tree. Oh, I thought this one was cute. I didn't put this one anyone. I don't know if you can see it, but it was at Dollar Tree. It has a little trailer. It says home for the holidays. Thought that was cute. Do I keep a bird watching life list? Oh, I should. I've seen so many amazing birds. I would love to know more about some of the birds I see. I don't know all the different types, but I love birds. I love wildlife in general. I love seeing any kind of wildlife. I'm excited. Here where I'm camped right now, I heard a big old pack of coyotes last night. They were just howling and having a party, and they sound kind of crazy when they're all together in a pack like that, but it's cool hearing them. I enjoy it. It's awesome. Yeah, my little home for the holidays sign. Dollar store, Dollar Tree, they don't sponsor me. Stellar's J, I see a lot of Stellar's J. I see a lot of woodpeckers. Have I joined AB? What's AB? Navy's Adventures. Somebody keeps asking about my future plan, if I have a 5-year plan or a 3-year plan. Right now, I just plan to keep on traveling. I think that at some point, I would like to potentially purchase land and have a home base, just somewhere to kind of land every now and then. The one time that I usually have trouble with traveling on the road full time is winter. And it's difficult to find places to hunker down in the winter. My family doesn't really have places where I can stay, you know, like for a month at a time, for instance. Parking is difficult because of my rig, and people have all these various rules, and, you know, neighbors that don't like me parking on the street and whatnot. So I'd like to have a home base, and maybe a piece of land somewhere, and invest in that for my future, and incorporate it into my channel if I ever do something like that. I might, you know, it might be fun. Maybe kind of a tiny home. I'm kind of thinking something like that down the road, but it's probably not going to happen in the immediate future. I still want to be traveling, and that wouldn't prevent me from traveling anyway. I think that if I did do that, I would want it kind of a setup that I could rent out as an Airbnb. So while I'm on the road, it could make me money. So that's one of the future goals. I noticed that Tennessee has a lot of land for sale. When I look up land for sale, that comes up a lot. And also the climate would be a factor. Again, because I have, winter months are the most difficult for me to find places to travel to. I don't want to be stuck in very snowy areas. That's going to be difficult for me to access and whatnot. That would be a factor as well. So it makes it, narrows down the prospects. That's for sure. Winter camping at Quartzsite, Arizona is about $200 for 6 months. I've seen that. A lot of people go to Quartzsite during the winter time. I've driven through there, but I've never actually camped there or anything. I have a cousin that lives in Arizona, so I may go visit her also this winter. Any recommendations for a complete camp in the close to the water? I camped. If you guys saw somebody was asking if I had a recommendation for camping close to the water in California. In my recent video, I share a few different campsites that I was at. I was at, oh, thank you so much for becoming a new patron. It's JoJo. Appreciate it. If you guys haven't joined my Patreon, I always have a Patreon link to my Patreon page and all in the description of all of my videos if you'd like to. Bishop area is a nice place to live. It's a good place to live. I've looked there. It's expensive, unfortunately. California is expensive for land. Leo Carrillo is a good spot to camp. Okay, so I was up at San Simeon State Park. That's one of the campsites I camped at near the coast. El Capitan State Park, that's one of the places I camped at. And then there's also, gosh, I can't think of the name of it right now, but there's a place up in Big Sur. It's a state park, and it is right on the coast. It's absolutely beautiful. And it's reasonably priced. Oh my gosh, I wish I could think of the name right now. I'll try to put it in the description below if I remember. But if you get on Campendium, which is one of the apps I use, and just punch in the very area that you'd like to go to, lots of different options will come up. Joshua Tree has land for tiny homes now. Oh, I'll have to look into that. Thank you. Yes, Kirk something. Kirkwood, I think it is. Thank you, Lorianne. That's the name of that campsite in Big Sur. Well, you guys, this has been going for 72 minutes. I think I'm getting ready to go ahead and sign off. I have to get ready for the rest of the day. I want to go ahead and alleviate my moderators as well of their duties. So I want to thank Kirk Creek. That might be it. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and start winding this down and start saying my goodbyes. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. This was fun. This was a lot of fun. It was good to kind of hang out with you guys live. I don't do a whole lot of live videos, and don't expect to do a whole lot of them in the future, but maybe I'll do more premieres where we get to interact more often. I appreciate all your support. It means the world to me. Part of the reason why I love doing what I do is because of you guys and this community that I have. It means a lot to me when I hear comments that my videos make a difference in people's lives in some way, shape, or form. I like to make them relaxing and uplifting and try to leave drama out and just make them an escape for you all and for myself as well. And it's kind of a video diary of the places that I've been to, and I really enjoy creating them and making them for you. Thank you so much, Angela. Merry Christmas. And I appreciate that you guys enjoy them, and I couldn't do it without your support. And always love the comments and keep on commenting. I try to, acknowledge all of them if I can. Sometimes I don't really have time to do that, but I do try. And just know that I read them all, and you guys mean the world to me. So thank you for your support, and I'm going to go ahead and end this now, and I'll see you all soon. Happy holidays. Hope you all have a great holiday season, and look for that new first episode of the new series, Cat Chat, which is going to cover how I find my amazing campsites coming up this week sometime. Happy holidays, everybody. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you so much, AZ. Appreciate it. Let's see how I end this thing. That's the question. All right. Bye, everybody.